Hey, how's it going, YouTube? It's been a hot minute, or rather, it's been a month. Yeah, I ended up taking a much longer break than I initially realized. It wasn't until I was just looking at my YouTube analytics the other day that I realized that it's been over 20 days since I posted anything to the channel, and I thought, you know what? I've got some time to actually sit down and film. Why not make a quick channel update as well? And put this out here first before we get back into the battle videos. And then this way, too, we're not going to pretend that it's business as usual, honestly. Um, I don't like the idea of just taking such a long break and then just going right back into some battle stuff or discussions. And the main reason why, too, is it just leaves kind of a big gap in between, and people might be wondering, or I don't know, maybe there aren't, what happened. And honestly, nothing bad happened. I've just been busy. That's the big thing. Life just kind of came and hit me out of nowhere. And honestly, since October, I really haven't had as much time, like free time, to sit down and actually film YouTube content. I've actually been struggling to find the time to sit down and film. I had a really good start in October. In November, it started getting a little bit questionable, and then December, yeah, it just kind of disappeared. January, I think maybe I only put like 3 or 4 videos up. I don't know. I'd actually have to go back and count. And then February, well, I ended up taking a really long break in February. I didn't play at all on the ranked ladder, which I'm going to be extraordinarily rusty. I'm feeling the rust right here, just even sitting down and talking to the camera. But anyways, hopefully it's gonna be fun when we get back into playing some ranked matches, talking about some discussions. Honestly, I think rank G is almost over. Like, I think the new regulation starts sometime in April. I could be wrong. I really haven't been looking at much stuff there, and part of the reason why things have been so busy is, well, I mean, I work Monday to Friday full time, so that's kind of the thing. And honestly, I don't really like sitting down on weekends to film unless something's going on where my wife is out of town for a little bit, because then it's more or less like, well, what am I gonna do? I guess I'm gonna film some YouTube. Like, on the weekends, I kind of like to just do whatever when my wife's around, spend some time with her, because honestly, between her working and me working, both of us are kind of tired throughout the main week, and honestly, I just don't have the motivation to go work a full day at my job and then come back and film. Which, honestly, I was floating the idea of maybe trying to do that, but I don't really know if I want to do that. But the good news is, our schedules change every so many months, and this one that I'm currently on, it's just about done. So I'm hoping sometime I'm going to start getting a little bit more free time during the regular work week, just to myself, and being able to actually sit down and film. So, yeah, that's mainly the reason why I disappeared. Now, what do I want to do with the channel? Well, I watched the Pokemon Direct back in on the 27th, which honestly, I do want to talk about some stuff that came up on there eventually. Not now. Now is not the time. I want to talk about some stuff I've seen in follow-up to the Pokemon Direct. I do want to talk about that because, like, I feel like it'd be fun to sit down and talk about. And yeah, eventually I'm gonna start doing some battles again. I'm probably gonna sit down and film later today. I'm not gonna lie, I actually have a rare day off. So yeah, I have a rare day off that isn't a Saturday or a Sunday for that matter. So that might be fun to sit down and do. Um, Scheduling wise too, like back in October, like I did compete in Louisville, and in December I did go to Toronto. I even brought the Toronto team to the ladder. So that was kind of why December was a little bit like I was actually trying to prep for the Toronto regional. The reason why I'm laughing is because I suffered during the Toronto regional. I didn't do as good as I wanted to do. Like, I'm newer to the regional circuit, don't get me wrong, and I was very happy with how I came off of Louisville. Like, I didn't make day two. I went 4-4 on day one, and honestly, that was the best track record I had in Louisville. And the games that I lost outside of like one particular matchup, all of them felt really good. So I was really confident about that. And then I went to Toronto, and While I did go 3-5, which is only one less win than Louisville, the matches were a lot more grueling and painful. That's to say the least. So, yeah, it kind of just made me take a step back to kind of reassess some things, and then Reg G started back up on the ladder, and I got some fun spice to bring for some YouTube videos. But as far as like competing in tournaments go, like, ooh, I don't know. Anyways, what do I want to do with the channel? Well, eventually I do want to sit down and actually try to start streaming eventually, and just maybe just have some casual streams here and there, maybe do some shiny hunting. I think that would be fun. There's a couple of older Pokemon games that I would love to revisit, and by that I mean Switch games. So I would love to revisit Sword and Shield. I miss Dynamax, not gonna lie. I do genuinely miss Dynamax. I think outside of I think Dynamax might be my favorite mechanic. I know that's a really spicy take, but I mean, I think Dynamax might have been my favorite mechanic out of like all the mechanics they brought in since Mega Evolution. Terrestrialization, I do really love Terrestrialization. Gameplay wise, for competitive play, I think Terrestrialization is probably the best one, but I think Dynamax is my personal favorite. I don't dislike Megas by any means. I'm just kind of meh. I mean, I liked them at the time when they came out, but once we kind of moved on to Dynamax, I never really felt like lingering to want to go back to Megas. And as far as Z moves go, well, I've openly despised those since they came out. I did not play any VGC in Gen 7 at all. I hated Z moves with a passion. And plus, also, I just never had good track records with my DS not disconnecting. So, yeah. Anyways, so back to the main point. I want to do some live streams eventually. I did say this in a previous channel update that I was thinking about starting that up sometime just before Christmas or just in after the new year, which that didn't happen. We're currently into March, but eventually it would be nice to sit down and maybe do some streams. I don't know when I'm going to stream, but I think it would be fun to replay Diamond and Pearl, just sit back, have some casual stuff going on, play Sword and Shield. I did play Let's Go Pikachu right before Sword and Shield came out, and it's been a while. I never played Let's Go Eevee. My wife and I own a copy of Let's Go Eevee, so I think that would be kind of fun to sit down and play Let's Go Eevee. So, yeah, I think that might be some fun ideas just for some streaming stuff, which would be fun. Yeah, not really much of a massive update to say the least, but more or less just kind of wanted to say, like, hey, I'm still around. I know it's been a while since I filmed. I know. But here I am. I'm back. And hopefully in the next month or so, my schedule is going to start freeing itself up a little bit more, and we'll be able to do some more fun. I do have some Elite Trainer boxes of Pokemon cards that I did open on camera back a little while ago now, which I will eventually sit down and film those, and we'll throw those out on Fridays. Just have a little bit of fun. It's more or less just me talking to the camera while I open some Pokemon cards. So yeah, I kind of want to figure out how I'm going to edit that. And I mean, honestly, it'll probably just be me zoomed in on the cards while talking about the cards. So yeah, that might be fun. Well, I hope it's fun. I already sat down and did it. I had fun filming it. I don't know if you guys will, but anyways, before I put my foot in my mouth, the main point is I had fun with it. Hopefully you guys can enjoy it too, and it might be a nice little breath of fresh air outside of my usual battle content. So yeah, that would be kind of fun. Yeah, that's kind of it. I kind of want to talk about some tournament results as well, like maybe go back and look at some in-depth stuff. So that might be fun. I mean, Vancouver Regionals just went by. It wouldn't hurt to sit down and talk about that. Eventually, I want to talk about Legends and Champions. I think that those are going to be interesting games, especially where they're going to come up eventually in 2025. So yeah, that's kind of the main takeaway from it. Just wanted to sit down, shoot the breeze with you guys. Just let you know I'm around, I'm alive, and yeah, I'm gonna eventually start filming some battle content because it's been a while, and I really need to work that rust off before I consider doing anything else in the future tournament-wise. Anyways, thank you for listening to my ramble. I will see you soon.